Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing amazing. Happy February, happy Black History Month, happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate that. Happy leap year because we have 29 days this year in February. So a lot going on, a lot going on this month. I hope everybody's doing great. This week's topic, I wanted to make sure I kind of got back to, because I feel like, well, in some ways I feel like I've kind of gotten away from, but at the same exact time, everything that I put on my YouTube channel really can be talked about within living within your purpose. It's like when you decide to be a person who lives in your purpose, you got to be intentional about certain things, and it can be just flat out challenging. God has a plan and a purpose for every single person, and it's very different for each person. I've said this before, it's our job to step into that space to uncover it, but it can be challenging when you have bills to pay, you have kids to raise, you have school classes to attend, a job to work. Did I already say that? When life is just lifing, as my students say, and just like lots going on. And so it can be very difficult. I totally recognize that, to stop and say, okay, in the midst of all of this, God, you still have a purpose for my life. And then how do I step into it? What does that look like? Am I going to be broke? Am I going to be happy? Are you going to land me in the desert somewhere? What is this purpose that you have for my life? And so today's topic, I want you to think about a few things. First and foremost, if you've never thought about it, sometimes we're just busy and life happens, right? And we haven't really stopped to think, what is my purpose in life? What am I here for? One of the best parts of my job, and there's so many, is when I get to stay in touch with students that either I've mentored officially or formally, I should say, or I've just, maybe I've written a letter of recommendation and they email me back and tell me that, they're off and doing, whatever it is. And every now and again, I'll get a glimpse, whether it's through an email or a newsletter at school or something. I've seen this recently where students I had in a class, and now I've been teaching 8 years now. And so a lot of the students I have are finishing grad school and they're off to be doctors and off to, whatever field that they want to be in. And to me, that's just the best thing ever, to see them living in their purpose. And I remember them as students and that they were so excited. They were being challenged, and there might have been some tears and there might have been some venting, but they got through it. And that is the best thing ever. And so living a life of purpose does require some sacrifice, and it can be challenging. What I've learned and what I'm entitling this video today is walk it alone, because I can almost guarantee you, living a life of purpose, there's going to be some aspect of it you're going to have to walk it alone. I know this because we're all created differently. We all are designed for a very different purpose. And so there's no guarantee that you and your bestie or you and whoever you're hanging out with the most have the same purpose. Maybe God created you guys very differently. And so there may be a time where you're going to have to go your separate ways. And walking it alone in a society where everybody's connected to their device to somebody, some way, somehow, some shape or form. YouTube, I mean, I'm not excluding myself from that, right? But we're a highly connected type society. The job that I have, the discipline that I teach, sociology, is about human relationships and interactions of people and groups and dynamics and society. So we need connectivity. We need to be connected to other people. So it's not about that, but to walk within your purpose wholeheartedly, there's going to be some times where you have to walk it alone. It can be challenging, right? It can be challenging to shut out the noise. It can be challenging when the people closest to you don't maybe believe in your purpose or your goals or whatever you have for your life. It can be challenging when you're doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing. It can just be downright hard. So I have a task and I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to find spaces where you can walk it alone and embrace the discomfort. One of my goals in life, I always have kind of like these little individual goals that I want to do for myself, is to take there's things I've done. I've gone to breakfast by myself. I've gone to lunch. I've gone to everything pretty much but dinner by myself. I've gone to the movies by myself. I definitely work out by myself. I do a lot. I spend a lot of time by myself. And so, but I actually want to lean into the discomfort of taking myself to not just dinner, but to a nice dinner. The type of dinner where it's couples and it's families and you're probably going to be the only one sitting there by yourself. And I want to embrace it. I want to embrace it so much so where I'm not on my phone, I'm not on my iPad, I'm just sitting there enjoying the moment. That is something I'm going to do. I haven't leaned all the way into that discomfort, so I'm going to one day. But naturally as an introvert, I'm good in my alone space. Is it easy at times? Absolutely not. Do I wish at times that I had that companionship or a friend to talk to in that moment? Absolutely. But for the overall goal, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that God has a purpose for my life, it's going to require me to embrace and lean into walking it alone at times. So that is my challenge for you. Think about that. The people around you, this just came to me. The people around you, will they encourage you from a distance? Oh, that's good. Will they be okay not walking everything with you? Will people give you the space that you need in order to step fully into your purpose and still support you? That's the sign of a true friend, right? So embrace the walking it alone. And I hope that helps somebody. Maybe somebody's struggling with I want to do this, but do it. As long as it's not anything illegal or anything like that, fully lean into your purpose, and sometimes just know that you are going to have to walk it alone. I hope you have a wonderful week or weekend, and I'll see y'all on the next video.